First, I have Vera Farman. Vera is the founder and owner of Fruit of the Vine Organics. Michelle Richards, she's a personal trainer through the Harbor Island Athletic Club. Lynn Gray is the owner and trainer of Take the First Step. And Dr. Kumar on the end, she is the professor and director of cancer chemo prevention at Moffitt Cancer Center. We're going to start with some questions that I'm going to let all the panel answer. The first one is, what trends have you seen in the industry? Vera, you want to start?
Michelle, that's really interesting, but I wanted to capture the thought from Vera. She had said that food is medicine. I certainly agree. I am a very big proponent that moving is medicine. My entire life, literally, for 40-something years, I have engaged in athleticism. Never really an elite by no means, just like you sitting in the audience. I pursued things like parachuting, acrobatics in the air, karate, running, those kinds of curiosities that women would never admit years ago. I certainly never thought I'd sit here and say I did acrobatics in the air in front of anybody. I grew up in an all-man's world, which was very beneficial for someone who wanted to engage in some fun stuff. But I wanted to make a note as far as the trends. I know what the trend is as far as movement. I've been in it for as I said, for 40-something years, and I know that the biggest growth right now, demographically, with women your age, perhaps we have some younger ones, but 40 and above, is the walk to run movement. I know that this is not new to any of you. Simply open your door and look outside and you'll see people who are enjoying that movement. Instrumentally, if we do not move, even as basic as walking, we start getting to a point where the stiffness, the joints, the muscle tightness, things that Michelle was mentioning that she undoes, we need to really engage in that. But one of the things too, and I'll be real quick, Joan, subtracting from gradual movement is that intense movement. I am not, and I speak for many trainers, a proponent of ultras and combining 4 races in a weekend and you know, lifting instead of the 5 pounds, let's lift 25 and do 3 sets. And I know that we as a society can go that direction. So the trend is enjoy movement, walk to run especially.
Thank you. And that's the most important part of starting a fitness program.
Very good question, Joan. Probably most of you have heard that establishing a routine is a priority, but before that even occurs, commitment. Early in my life of doing athletics, and not even that, when I was teaching, to become a good teacher, become great at your profession or any of ours, you need a level of commitment. Commitment is a word that says mostly that you're in it until you reach your goal. Let me just start out by giving you 3 levels of commitment that will make you successful as a lifetime exerciser, because what we're looking at is lifestyle here. We're not looking for event. So the first level of commitment comes from yourself. You're going to call into the natural resources of perseverance, self-control, self-discipline, continual goal setting, tenacity. These are all affective traits that have made you in this room effective as leaders. So it's, those traits are not just subjugated just to a runner or a triathlete. These are traits that make us successful. But truly, the first level of commitment, you have to establish those types of personality qualities. Now, it's not easy, but I've got a little bit of a solution for you. There's a second way of helping you get to that lifestyle fitness. These days, you have a partner that you can hire. Michelle, personal trainer, a coach, a mentor who had a little bit more ability than you, you can go ahead and have that person hold you accountable, make you a professional schedule with your routine, and in general, make sure that those attributes that you may miss, like self-control or lack of, they'll help you shape up. And a good motivator is one who has a lot of energy and will wake you up in the morning, call you up, and say, time to get up, and off you go. But more importantly, in this day and age, and I act like I'm ancient, but years ago, I mean, we didn't have any of this group stuff. The third level that you can call upon if you have a need for more camaraderie is the group. Call upon a club, a running club. Call upon a walking club. Call upon a event such as Miles for Moffitt, and you'll see just lots of training groups for very good causes. Get yourself get your boss. Some of you folks are in charge of your own corporation. Have them start a club of exercise. It doesn't have to be running. That's a word that is a marketing. It's in fashion now. It's truly more the brisk walking to running is more appropriate for most of us. But at any rate, commitment has 3 levels. It's a personal commitment. You can go ahead and get a trainer, second level, and you can join a group. And remember, and I know I spoke to many folks with this phrase, one of the most formidable reasons people join a weight loss or a group, athletic group, is to lose weight. That's the most popular reason. But one of the most true reasons why people stay in a group or a fitness avenue such as running is the camaraderie. Women like women. Women help produce endorphins and serotonin. Girl talk is great. It's time to gossip. And there is truly nothing I've ever seen, it's a phenomenon, that when women get together in groups, they will walk. I've seen them walk marathons. And I'm telling you, that is truly, to me, one of the best answers if you have a lack of self-control and if it's raining out and all those other factors, which are real, but are not excuses, by the way. But at any rate, use those 3 forms of commitment. Those are all tools, and they will help you establish a lifestyle for the rest of your life to become fit mentally and physically. As we get older, we have a propensity to carry weight right where we're not supposed to. Physiologically, it goes right in the middle, And people join all these classes, not necessarily Michelle's classes, but they want to work out with weights, their core, and all those. And yes, in fact, you can get muscle tone in certain parts of your body. However, what you're really looking for is increasing the metabolic rate. Now that's it's a pretty good catchy word, but it's truly, that's exactly what you want to do. After 30-something years old, I'm sorry, you're slowing down. You're slowing way down after 40. After 50, you may not get out of this chair. After 60, but at any rate, you need to get up when you're doing your walking throughout the corridors, or if you have stairs, even better yet. You take every possibility, and yes, obsessive. I mean, I'm scared of that word because it's a not the most positive. But you need to remember that if you don't get out and start walking briskly, at least an hour a day. Now, truly, many of you are doing that at work, but with purpose. If you don't get out and start moving, now this is moving with arms, with your legs. If you're going upstairs, better yet. What happens is your set point, and you're familiar with that because of dieting. For years we've heard of set point. But your metabolic set point gets as we get older, it gets lower. So you've got to go ahead and kick it around. And as I'm getting older and I exercise, my husband does it all day, we have to still kick it up a notch. So then you might say, sneer at me like, every day I have to exercise? Well, you know what? It's either that or you're going to have an obesity situation, and there are so many complicated, relevant fitness markers, diabetes, heart rate is way high, possibility of stroke. These are things happening with girls right in this room, possibly their moms, 40s and 50 years old, already having these matters. So what I'm saying, in essence, what I know to be true, when I have my girls walk briskly or run, they will lose that weight. If they continue on that lifestyle, they will keep it off. If they don't, that's their choice, but they have to remember there will be a weight gain. And there's nothing else I can't make it glossy. That's how it is. Sorry.
Thank you. I'm getting a little signal in the back, so I'm going to move things along a little bit quicker.
I'm going to feel better about this. I actually sat in a meeting and do what you all do. When we sit, we start humping over, and as we sit even longer, it actually feels good when you're into yoga, this curvature. It's not very good, though, for your posture. So what we're going to do is, you're all in front of a chair. You're going to use these two parts of the chair, kind of like you're putting a span. You might want to take off your heels. I noticed that some of you have heels that they're good weapons, but not necessarily good exercise tools. But what you want to do is lean forward a little bit, and just, girls, if you're in the front row, just move your chair out.
No, because they're using them behind us.
Okay.
Pretend.
So just come down. This can be on a wall, and then you just simply, what you're doing is you're doing push-ups. You can actually do it on a wall, on a chair, or we talked about camaraderie before. Grab a partner, lean forward, lean on me, and then come back and lean forward, come back and lean forward. So what you're doing is you're opening up your chest. I found that out at Jesuit when I was doing all those grading papers. I was getting a hunchback. So this, and Lisa knows this kind of thing, this is good stuff. And here's your camaraderie. What's your name? Susan. So you do about 20 of these, and you're going to start, you'll get it. Hold on, just from this. No. And then the other thing, and I'll be very quick, Michelle, as we get older, not that would apply to me and many of you, but we lose our sense of balance. And I've taught these classes for so long, I never took it seriously. But if you're thinking that you have good balance, which we hope you do, remember as you get older, it's not as keen as you thought. So just with this test right now, you have your right foot, you can do this, girls, but without heels. With your right foot, stand on it and lift your left foot up. And what you really want to do with good posture is you want to hold it for about 10 seconds. And, even if you look at another direction, which makes it harder, you still kind of want to stand there. But if you're starting to falter and lose your balance, there's a little issue there. Now, try your other foot, because one side is always different than the other. And then you want to hold, and I say 10 seconds because that shows that, maybe this leg's a little weaker, or maybe my balance on the left is not as good. So you want to start remembering balance. Not only does it stretch and strengthen your legs, it also is a good testament, so you don't, in case you fall, trip, you can catch yourself. So that's my two tidbits. So this must increase my you-know-what and the balance.
There you go.
Cool. All right, that was awesome. Go ahead and sit down for mine.
Mine would be to become a role model and make sure you have resources to help those children, your people at work, your friends, The millennials out there also need to be trained. Keep yourself involved with the mentoring process. Become a role model, not one that has to be told, but one that actually leads by example. Gandhi said, become what you wish the world to be. Become what you wish the world to be. So that says it in a nutshell.
Thank you, Michelle.